Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining me this afternoon for my latest COVID-19 update. This week, according to the CDC vaccination data, 3.9 million people in Massachusetts have been fully or partially vaccinated. 4.1 million are expected to be fully vaccinated by the beginning of June, which is just several weeks away. This is a significant achievement for the Commonwealth. The state will now begin adapting vaccine efforts in more targeted areas and will be shifting the vaccine distribution to smaller scale operations like Stop and Shop, CVS, and Walgreens. Currently, there are 22 regional collaboratives that are fully operational, but we will see these winding down also. Our Lower Merrimack Valley Regional Collaborative has proven to be popular through February, March, and April. However, even with eligibility opened up to the general population, registrations are slowing down, and the clinic held last weekend was only half full. It has been decided that the collaborative will host only 5 more clinics through May 22nd and then will end. These clinics will take place beginning this weekend, Saturday only, at the Knock Middle School at 70 Low Street here in Newburyport. The collaborative has been involved in the vaccination of over 23,000 residents in Massachusetts, and I want to thank all who have been involved. They have just done an incredible job. Additionally, the Beth Israel, Leahy, Anna Jakes Hospital Clinic here at the Senior Community Center will also be winding down, closing at the end of May. The demand for high volumes of people coming to the mass vaccination sites is also declining as vaccines are more widely dispersed across communities. These sites will gradually close out by the end of June, but until then, they will soon begin to accept walk-ins. Information about availability for walk-ups will be reflected on vaxfinder.mass.gov soon. In the coming weeks, the state is also anticipating that the CDC may authorize vaccines for children ages 12 through 15 and will keep the pre-registration available for parents who may want to bring their children to a mass vaccination site. More details to come when the CDC determines the next steps on this. Our vaccination numbers continue to improve in Newburyport. As of our latest reported data last week, 67% of all residents have received at least 1 dose of the vaccination and 48% are fully vaccinated. And 85% of our senior population age 65 and over are now fully vaccinated. We are making great strides here, and thank you to all who have stepped up to receive the vaccine. We are currently in a multi-step plan to phase out more COVID-19 restrictions and allow added businesses to reopen over the course of this month, with an aim of eliminating all limits on businesses and gatherings and events by August. As part of the expanded reopening, street festivals and parades are able to resume. I met with members of the Yankee Homecoming Executive Board this week to discuss plans for this time-honored festival. Currently, plans are underway to hold our week-long festival this summer. The Yankee Homecoming Committee is working diligently to hold as many of the traditional events as possible and working closely with the city and our public health department on health and safety protocols as indicated. We are in the final process of completing the city budget for fiscal year 2022. The prepared budget will be submitted to the City Council at next Monday's meeting, with budget workshop sessions scheduled to begin with all of our city councilors. Please check the city website, public meeting calendar for details. Additionally, the school committee approved its $37.5 million budget this week, and the budget has a 5.2% increase from last year. The budget meets all contractual obligations in the district, covers special education costs associated with the COVID-19, and funds the expansion of technology throughout the schools. Superintendent Sean Gallagher is accepting letters of interest and resumes from residents who may be interested in serving on the school committee for the Whittier Regional Vocational Technical High School located in Haverhill, Massachusetts. The Regional District School Committee consists of 14 members from 11 regional communities. The school committee has oversight and responsibility for the school system, supporting the work of the superintendent, works collaboratively on advancing the regional school system, and establishes policy and criteria, as well as determine its goals and policies are being met. To learn more, please contact Superintendent Sean Gallagher's office, located at 70 Low Street here in Newburyport. The Massachusetts Safe Routes to School project concludes today with striping of the half-mile median, turn, and bike lanes on High Street and surrounding the high school. Thank you all for your patience and flexibility as we complete the last stage of this very important project. Since 1984, National Parent-Teacher Associations has designed 1 week in May as a special time to honor the individuals who lend their passion and skills to educating our children. And let's face it, this year has been like no other in education. But we are getting through it, in part to our amazing teachers. Please take a moment to thank them during this week's Teacher Appreciation Week. In a year where instruction has been virtual, in-person, or a mix of both, their immense work and impact have provided a much-needed sense of community and connection. Despite the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, our teachers have worked hard to ensure our students have the tools they need to reach their full potential. Thank you so very much. The cities of Amesbury and Newburyport have partnered to provide grants to small business owners to help them continue operations as they recover from the COVID-19 pandemic. This program, which is funded by the Department of Housing and Community Development, provides grants to small businesses to pay for rent, mortgage, employee wages, and technical assistance to help them get back on their feet and adjust to a new economic normal. Applicants will receive funding directly from the City of Amesbury through the Office of Community and Economic Development, who is acting as the grant manager for both cities. These grants have recently increased to $25,000, and we still have funding available. Please go to Amesbury's website at amesburymass.gov and click on the Small Business Relief Grant Program on the home page. I am pleased to advise that our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Alliance will be looking to engage the community in tough but necessary discussions on race, ethnicity, sexuality, gender, religion, and income disparities over the next several months. This group was formed last November and has been getting to know one another. The Alliance includes myself, Tina Lowe's staff coordinator for the Alliance and Associate Director for the Essex County Asset Builder Network, Dr. Amar Ibrahim, Chair of the Human Rights Commission, Superintendent Gallagher, Marshall Murray from our police department, and a range of local leaders and concerned residents. With the help of inclusion consultant Michael Eatman and essential partners, the Alliance has been preparing to host at least 3 community dialogues this summer that believes will help get the community on a path to real change. The topics include racial discrimination and past and present incidents and response, the presence of symbols in our city like the thin blue line flag outside the Newburyport police station, and the idea of changing Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day. The group also wants to work with the community to create a platform for all voices and perspectives to be heard. To contact the Alliance, visit nbptdeialliance.com. The city continues to work on plans to help protect our Plum Island properties and our infrastructure. Unfortunately, after 2 attempts to place and secure super sacks with sand around Reservation Terrace neighborhood, they just could not hold back the tides. We are awaiting MEPA and Conservation Commission review of a wood piling and core bag short-term protection system and anticipate a review from the state in the next several weeks. This short-term protection plan would be in place until the Merrimack River dredging project occurs, and over 100,000 cubic yards of sand is anticipated to be placed on the Reservation Terrace area. Lastly, this latest phase in our state's vaccination program efforts and Newburyport's contributions with our continued increased vaccination completions, we are all helping to further reopen our economy, protect our community, and provide a safe environment so we can enjoy the many, many activities we have sacrificed this past year. Thank you and stay strong. We are getting there. Enjoy your weekend and don't forget to celebrate Mother's Day this Sunday. Thanks again.